Hello, hey there. My name is Christina, and welcome to Mindful Warrior Yoga. Today's class, we are going to be focusing on grounding. A lot of times, when we're feeling stressed in our lives, feeling really anxious, a lot of times because we are mentally either we're focused on the future or we're stuck in the past. And a grounding practice can bring you in the present and make you aware of what you need to worry about right now in this moment. And that grounding feeling can carry you throughout the rest of your day. So I'm hoping this will help you feel more centered, calm, and release some of those anxious feelings. Today's practice is going to be focusing on the lower back and working on our balancing a little bit. So I'm excited for you to join me. Remember to listen to your body, have some blocks nearby, whatever you feel that you may need to support you in your practice. Always listen to your body. I am just giving you suggestions. Take what you need. If you need to take a breath, if you need to take a rest, take a rest in whatever position feels good for you, whether that is just laying on your back, child's pose, whatever you feel comfortable. I just want to make this a comfortable practice for you. All right, meet me in a comfortable seated position. Make sure your sit bones are grounded to the mat. Nice long spine, like a light shooting up the top of your head. Head over heart, heart over hips, and just breathe. I invite you to close your eyes, inhaling, exhaling, just focusing on your breath. We're gonna give ourselves time to arrive on the mat. So with me, through the nose, inhaling, and exhale. One more time, inhale, and exhale. Give me one more, inhale, and exhale. All right, we are at our mats. Inhale, raise the arms up, interlace the fingers, pulling all the way up. And then exhale, bending over to the right. Inhale, back up, exhale over to the left. Inhale, back up, and exhale back over to the right. Inhale, back up, and exhale over to the left. Inhale, arms back up. One more time. And then exhale, let your arms come down to the mat. Leaving your right hand on the mat, inhaling. And exhaling your arm over to the right, your left arm to the right. Trying to focus on keeping that left hip grounded to the mat. You can stay up high. You can come to your forearms. You can even add a block if that feels good. Whatever feels good for you today in this moment. Inhale, both arms back up. Exhale, drop the left hand and bring your right hand over to the left. Say hi to Jessie. She's joining us today. Inhale, arms back up. And exhale, drop that right arm, bringing the left over to the right. With every exhale, you're just getting a little bit deeper. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, drop the left arm, bringing the right over. Inhale, back up, arms up. Exhale, turning to the right, looking over your right shoulder. Stay here for a couple of breaths. Try not to force it. Inhaling, arms back up. Exhaling over to the left, looking over your left shoulder. Stay here for a couple of breaths, not forcing it, just moving, going with your body. Meet your body where it's at. And meet me back at center. Inhale, drop the chin to the chest, and begin rolling your head over to the right, beginning some neck rolls. Moving slowly with intention, getting every nook and cranny. Moving with your breath. If you find a spot that's just a little bit extra sticky and you need to go back over it, do that. Do what feels good. Listen to your body. When you're ready, go ahead and rotate in the opposite direction. Keeping your shoulders relaxed, long spine. Moving slowly and mindfully. Inhale, head back up into center. Inhale, exhale, dropping your right ear to your right shoulder. If you want to add a little bit of extra to that stretch in your neck, bring out your right arm, palms facing forward. I feel it a lot right here. Inhale, back up. Exhale, dropping left ear to left shoulder. You can extend that right arm if that feels good. Paying attention to how one side feels compared to the other, because it's always going to feel different. Inhale, back up. And we're going to inhale, raise our shoulders up to our ears, and bring them back, having our shoulder blades touch, coming down and back forward, doing shoulder rotations. Slowly and mindfully. Just moving with your breath. Go 3 more in this rotation. 2 more. 1 more. And begin to rotate in the opposite direction. Again, moving with your breath. And 3 more. 2 more. And 1 more. And when you have completed that round, you move back at neutral. Hands on your knees. Inhale the chest forward. And then exhale the chest back. Rounding the back. Bringing chin to chest. There we go. Inhale, chest forward. Looking up. Exhale, rounding the back, chest to 10 for seated cat-cows. Moving with your breath. Exhale, rounding the back. Inhale. And exhale. Let's do 2 more. Inhale, chest forward, looking up. Exhale, rounding the back, chest to 10. Chin to chest. Inhale, chest forward. Exhale, chin to chest. And then inhale back into center, neutral spine. Meet me in tabletop. Basically, that's your hands and knees. You're going to make sure your hands are shoulder widths apart, shoulders over wrists. Knees are hip widths apart. You're going to look straight down, neutral spine. Inhale, drop the belly, look up. exhale, round the back. For regular cat-cows, inhale, drop the belly up. Stretching that front body. Exhale, round the back. Stretching the back body. Move with your own breath. Inhale. And exhale. We're going to do 2 more. Inhaling, dropping the belly. Looking up. Exhale, round the back. 1 more. Inhale. Drop the belly. Exhale, round the back. 1 more for good measure. Inhale and drop the belly, looking up. Exhaling, rounding the back. And then meeting back in neutral. From here, we're going to stick our left foot out, pointing the heel, toes on the mat, extending the right arm. Straight ahead, you're looking straight down, and then bring them back to the mat. Extend your right leg, pushing with your heel, toes on the mat, extending your left arm, reaching forward, looking straight down, and then bring it back to the mat. You're gonna inhale, reach, exhale, back to the mat. Moving with your breath 3 more times. Let's do 4 more times. I like that a little better. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, reaching, moving straight down, straight spine. Exhale, bring it back to the mat. 3 more. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale. 2 more. Inhale. Exhale. Back to the mat. Inhale. Exhale. 1 more. Inhale. Exhale. Back to the mat. Inhale. Exhale. Back to the mat. Good job, guys. Have your knees wider than hip widths, like the length of your mat. Big toes touching, send the hips back. Come on down into child's pose, reaching your fingertips to the top of the mat. And just stay here for a couple of breaths. Yes. Did a little bit of work there. Warming you up real good. Come back into tabletop position. From here, tuck your toes. Send your hips back into our first downward dog. Pedal the feet out because your hammies are going to be tight. Fingers are spread wide. Head in between the elbows. There we go. Dropping one heel at a time. And maybe you'll find some stillness. Keep a generous bend in your knees. Look up between your hands. Step up, walk up, jump up to meet your hands into forward fold. Inhale, raise all the way up. Reaching up. Exhale, arms at your side. Good job. Now we're going to go ahead and do a sun salutation. Inhale, raising the arms up. Exhale, forward fold, hinging at the hips. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold, plant the hands, step back into plank. And then drop the knees for a modified plank. Slowly lower all the way to the mat. Inhale for baby cobra. Exhale, come back down. Come back into your tabletop, your hands and knees. Tuck those toes under, send your hips back into downward dog, pedal it out. Stay here for a couple of breaths. Don't forget to breathe. Inhale, look between your hands. Come back up to halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, arms all the way up. Exhale, arms at your side. We're going to do one more. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, hinging from the hips, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Plant your hands, step back into plank. Drop the knees. Lower into modified plank. Slowly lower all the way to the mat. Inhale, lifting just the chest and head for baby cobra. Exhale, come back down. Come back onto your hands and knees for tabletop. Tuck those toes and send your hips back into downward dog. Pedal it out. Take movement that feels good here. Maybe you want to drop your hips, do a little twist. Whatever feels good. I love those. And then find some stillness in your downward dog. Look between your hands, come back, walk up, jump up, meet your hands, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale into chair. You're going to sit your bum back like you're sitting down. Arms up. Or you can have them at heart center. And then bring your right elbow over to your left for a good twist. Come back to center. Twisting over to the left, to the right. Come back into center. And release into forward fold. That's hard work right there. You're going to bend your right knee, keeping your left leg straight with just a slight bend. You don't want to lock it out, just a slight bend. Bending your right knee, bring your hand to the mat. If you need a block to bring the floor a little higher, do so. And reach your left arm up towards the ceiling. Come back down, forward fold. Bending that left knee, bringing your left hand to the mat, extending your right towards the ceiling, looking up. And we're going to repeat that on the other side. One of my favorite stretches. And one more time on the other side. And then come back into forward fold. Inhale, raise all the way up, arms up, and then exhale, arms at your side. How are you feeling? Are you building up a little bit of heat now? All right, from here, come back down, and come back down to forward fold. Plant your hands, step back to runner's lunge with your right hand planted, extending your left, opening up. Come back into framing your foot into lower runner's lunge. Again, step back into downward dog and bring your right foot forward for runner's lunge. You're framing your feet. Don't be afraid to use your blocks for a little bit to bring the ground a little bit higher. Leaving your left arm planted, extending your right towards the ceiling. Yes. Come back down. Remove the blocks if you're using them. Plant your hands back to the mat. Step back to downward dog. Take movement if it feels good to you. And then drop your knees for a modified plank. Lower all the way down to the mat. Inhale, baby cobra. Exhale. Come back into tabletop. Big toes touching, knees spread wide. Sit back into child's pose, extending your arms. Take a moment. A breather. And when you're ready, come back to your hands and knees. And I'm going to demonstrate a side plank, a modified side plank. What we're going to do is come to our sides on the mat. On your right forearm, both legs are extended. You're laying on your side. You're going to take your left foot and plant it halfway on your mat. Inhale, lifting your hip, raising your arm, strong, and then gently release. Come back to the mat. How did that feel? All right, we're gonna do it one more time. Inhale, raise the hips, extending the arm, and then let it go. And let's switch over to the other side. Coming to our side, on our forearm. Both legs are extended. Bring in my right leg, foot halfway up the mat. Take a breath, inhale, raise the hips, reaching your arm up, feeling strong. Exhale, bring it back down to the mat. One more time, inhale, lifting hips, reaching. Exhale, bring it back down to the mat. Extend that foot, come to your belly. Stack your hands on top of each other, resting your forehead. Take a minute to enjoy the hard work that you're putting in. Appreciating your body. You are strong. Yes. All right, when you're ready, come back up to all fours. And meet me back at the top of your mat. All right, we're gonna work on a little bit of balancing here. So from here, arms at your side, lift your left leg, extending your right arm. And you don't wanna lock out your knee, have it just a slight bend. Strong. Take that right hand onto your left knee and gently bring it over to the right, looking over your left. Oop. And if you fall, that's totally okay. What matters is you get back up and you try again, right? And then come back to center. All right, again. Lifting that knee up, left knee, extending the right arm up. Bring that right hand over to the knee. Looking over your left, bring the right over to the right. The left knee over to the right, there we go. Come back to center. Extend that foot back to a high lunge. Good job, you guys. Hands to the mat. Step back into downward dog, hips high. Drop the knees for modified plank. Roll all the way to the mat. Inhale. Halfway, inhale, baby cobra, lifting just the chest. Come back down. Come back to tabletop. Tuck those toes, send those hips up. Look between your hands. Come back to the top of your mat. And forward fold. Inhale, arms all the way up. Exhale, arms at your side. Now it's time for the other side. We're gonna lift the right knee up, extending the left arm overhead. Bring that left arm over to your right knee. Bringing the right gently over to the left, extending your right arm. Up, up, up. There we go, I'm using the wall. Feel free to use a chair or a wall. Come back to center. Step that right back foot back into high lunge. Strong. Plant your hands. Step back into downward dog. Pedal it out. Drop your knees for a modified plank and slowly lower all the way down to the mat. Inhale for baby cobra, lifting the chest. Exhale, come all the way back down to the mat. And then come up into your hands and knees. Tuck the toes. Send your hips back. Head in between your biceps. Looking between your hands, step back. Up to the top of your mat, forward fold. Inhale, arms all the way up. And then arms at your side. How did that feel to you guys? Okay. Now let's work our way back down to the mat. Let's start cooling ourselves off. So from the top of your mat, inhale, arms up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant your hands, step back into plank. Stay here for a couple of breaths. Pushing the ground away from you, strong core, navel to spine. You got this. One more breath in, and then exhale. Drop the knees. Come all the way down. Move your hands a little bit higher than shoulder width, maybe to the corners of your mat. Inhale for a full-on cobra. Come back down to the mat. From here, looking straight down, we're just going to lift our left leg. Lift. And then exhale, drop. Inhale, raise your right leg. Just your right leg. Exhale, bring it back down. One more time. Inhale, left leg up. Exhale, bring it back down. Inhale, raise your right leg up. And exhale, back down. Now that was just half locust that we're doing, and now let's go into a full locust. Bringing your hands behind, palms facing up, resting your forehead to your mat. Get back connected with your breath. And when we inhale, we're going to inhale, lifting the arms and head and chest and your legs, belly pressing against the mat. And then release. How did that feel? You want to do that 2 more times? Of course you do. All right, head resting on the mat. Inhale, raise up, arms, head, chest, pressing the belly to the mat, and then release. Bring your head back to the mat. And one more time, I want you to give it your all, but listen to your body. If it hurts, don't do it. Inhale, raise the chest, the head, the hands, and the legs. Strong. And then release. All right. Grab your left foot, the outside of your left foot. Forearm on the mat. Inhale. We're going to do a half bow. Inhale, pulling with your foot and your hand. And then exhale, let it go. Reach back to your right foot, outside of your left foot. Inhale, pulling with your foot, raising your chest. And then exhale, let it go. Now, let's do a full-on bow pose. We're going to grab the outsides of both of our feet. Forehead resting on the mat. Inhale, raise up, pulling with your feet. And then exhale, let it go. Good job. Did a great job. All right. Come back up to tabletop. Bring your two big toes touching. Spread those knees, send your head back into child's pose, extending the hands. Nice, good stretch here. Take a moment. Letting yourself, letting your breath become natural. All right. Come back up at the tabletop, cross your ankles, send your booty back. And from here, slowly come to your back. On your back, bring your knees to chest and just rock from side to side, letting the ground massage your lower back. Feels so good. And come back into center. We're going to do some knee circles. Just opening it up, closing it, making big circles with your knees. Just like that. And begin to rotate in the opposite direction. Bring your knees back into chest. Give yourself a good hug. Then take both your knees and bring them over to the right, extending your left arm, looking over your left shoulder. And just relax. If it feels better to you, you can place a block or a pillow underneath your knees for a little extra support, bringing the ground a little bit closer to you. And just let the ground support you in this juicy twist. Inhale back into center, hugging the knees into chest. And then bring them over to the left. Extend the right arm, looking over your right shoulder. You guys did a good job. So strong. You're so powerful. Good on you for taking this time for yourself. Come back into center. Hug those knees back into chest. Grab the outsides of your feet for a happy baby. You can stay still. You can kick your feet. Whatever feels good. Give a little booty wiggle. Just let gravity do its thing. I like to rock side to side. It just feels so good. And bring those knees back into the chest for one final good hug. Extend your legs out long, arms overhead. Giving yourself a full body stretch. And release. Coming into Shavasana. I'm going to set a little timer here. Give us a full 6 minutes of bliss, because we earned it, don't you think? All right, from here, in whatever comfortable position, if you Feel safe, you can close your eyes. You can have your hands on your belly or hands on the ground, palms up. Close your eyes and begin to relax. Let the ground fully support you. You are right where you are supposed to be at this moment. There is nothing that needs your attention right now. Take all the tension in your feet and let it go. Take the tension in your legs from carrying you and let it go. Take the tension in your hands and let it go. Release the tension in your arms. Relax your stomach. Let go of the tension in your chest. Draw your shoulders away from your ears. Relax your jaw. Release your tongue from the roof of your mouth. Unfurl your brow and just let it all sink into the mat, into the ground, away from you, leaving nothing but relaxation and ease. Take these next few minutes of just peace and enjoy the bliss on your mat. Begin by wiggling the toes, fingers, maybe blinking the eyes open, bending the elbows and knees. And come on over to your favorite side. And then gently push yourself up. Come back into an easy seated position. Nice long spine. Inhale, arms up. Interlace the fingers, reaching up. Exhale, round the back. Inhale, back up. Exhale, rounding the back. Inhale, arms up. Bringing your hands to heart center. Thank you so much for joining me today. I am so grateful for you. Always remember